Hello again, everyone. I'm Joe Zedalis with my colleague Bill Evans, and we're with NJ.com previewing all 23 sectional football finals this weekend. Right now, we're going to take a look at South Jersey Group 3, where we have a rematch of Week 2 with Camden playing Delsea. Bill, Camden was a top 20 team early in the year, got knocked off, fell out of the top 20. We haven't heard much from them since. Is this a chance for them to make a little noise and get back in everybody's mindset?
Yeah, I think they've actually kind of embraced being a little under the radar. They lost to Delsea 25-19 in Week 2, and then a few weeks later lost to their rival Camden Catholic at the end of the game. They've had to kind of fight from behind in some other games as well. They're down 12-0 to Pensgrove early, and they're 7-7 Glassboro at the half. But they've started to find some ways to win, and I think they're peaking a little bit here at the end. They played really well in their two playoff wins, and they're as talented, obviously, as any team out there with four FBS players. So I think they're going to come in here. They finally got to the final. The last 2 years they went into the postseason undefeated as number 1 seed and the favorite, and I think they like this little bit of an underdog role.
Well, Delsea, no team has been more dominating the South Jersey playoffs than Delsea, but they had a real bump in the road too, a 40-0 loss. Where is Delsea at right now? What are they doing well, and how well do you think they're playing going into this game?
Delsea's MO has always been kind of start slow, and then as the season goes on, kind of pick it up and peak late, which is how they've won the last 3 South Jersey titles. They actually started fast this year. They beat Timber Creek, they beat Camden, they beat Paula Sixth. They had that horrific loss to Hamilton, the 34-0. Nothing went right. They bounced back from that. I think they're playing okay. I don't know if they've been peaking. Seneca gave them a little bit of a problem, put up 28 on them. So I think defensively all year they've kind of had some things to work out. And I think Camden's going to score some points on them. But I mean, with Delsea, the thing that they always do well is they run that option wing T, and it's really tough to stop, and they can just kind of chew up the clock and the time, and obviously they've got that championship pedigree. All these kids have played in a big game before.
Obviously, Camden cannot get off to a bad start against Delsea. If you can jump out to a big lead, you can force them out of that running game. How important is it for Camden to get out front?
Yeah, I think that would be key for them. I mean, Delsea, even if they fall behind, and they've proved it this year, the games they've been behind, they have not abandoned the running game. That they've only completed 11 passes all year. They can still make plays in that running game. But yeah, if Delsea kind of gets on top of you, they can grind that clock a little bit. And I think if anybody gets up 2 touchdowns, that would be really big.
How about a pick, Bill?
I mean, it's tough to pick against Delsea this time of year. I mean, they've shown that they can do it. I think it's a good matchup for them. Camden's got all those talented players. They've got 2 great defensive ends, Ron Johnson and Jamal Holloway, that like to get after the passer. They've got a ball hawking defensive back in Brad Hawkins. But Delsea's not going to they're not going to throw the ball. So those guys are going to be kind of trying to get in there, stop the run. I think they can neutralize some of their talents that way. And I think it's going to be a great game. This is the game kind of we've been waiting for all year, the rematch. Again, we just talk about these championship games and kickers. Delsea's got a good one in Brad Dubzanski. I think maybe it comes down to a kick and they win it, say something like 24-20, something like that.
Well, there you have it. There's our preview of South Jersey Group 3. Stick around. We'll be previewing all 23 sectional finals right here on NJ.com.